What if I told you that the best way to stay cool in the summer is to fight fire with fire? I'm going to show you how with this special dish, samgyetang, Ginseng Chicken Soup. It is one of the best things you can eat in the summer to cool down. It's tradition in Korea to celebrate Bok-nal, which is the hottest time of the year, usually between mid-July and mid-August. In Korea, there are chobok, chunbok, and malbok, which are the 3 hottest days in the summer. Altogether, these 3 days make up sambok, which is the 3 hottest days of the year, the dog days of summer. And that's why Koreans place such an emphasis on eating soups for hydration during this period. One of the most popular dishes for these days is samgyetang, chicken ginseng soup. I, of course, have no experience in making samgyetang, so I went on Amazon and I looked for a pre-made kit that would make it a little easier for me, and I was lucky enough to find something. It was perfect. It was actually a serving just for one. So I opened it up and it had everything I needed. And since it's hard to get fresh ginseng here where I live, it was really convenient that this package had dried ginseng. They also had dried jujubes, chestnuts, and glutinous rice. I found a Cornish hen at my local market and also garlic and green onions, and I got right to work. I looked for a recipe on YouTube, something simple that I could do from home, something that I could do easily, and I found something. Cooking and preparation only take an hour and a half. I start with rinsing the rice and putting the rice into the Cornish hen. Next is preparing the garlic to be put into the Cornish hen, just chopping off the edges and putting them in. Next is putting our special ingredients into the chicken, which is going to flavor the broth. You start with the ginseng, then you add the jujubes, and then you can go ahead and add the chestnuts, more garlic, and more glutinous rice. Next, I actually take a needle and some cooking twine and I sew up the chicken just so it can keep all of the flavors and all of the ingredients inside securely. And then I just wrap the legs together, drop it in the pot, and cover for an hour. My home started to smell so good. And then all I had to do next was just prepare the dipping. You can do salt and pepper by itself, or like I did, you can add a little bit of sesame oil just to make it easier to grab and mix it up. And then you're going to prepare your scallions for the topping. And once the chicken is done, you just top it with the scallions and you're finished. I added a side of rice, but you can also add kimchi. It's traditional to eat it with kimchi, actually. And now the real test is seeing if this dish can actually cool you off in the hot heat of summer. So I took it outside and I wanted to test it out. Does iyul chiyul actually work? Fighting fire with fire? Eating hot foods to stay cool? Well, I'm not sure. There are a few ways that I do like to stay cool, and I'm gonna see how they compare to eating samgyetang. First, we'll try ice cream. It's creamy and sweet, but maybe 6 out of 10 in keeping me cool. Next is sweet water ice. It is a little bit colder, 7 out of 10, but I'm still hot. How about fruit? Maybe 8 out of 10. Definitely more refreshing. Water, I think, would be an 8 out of 10. It's hard to beat ice cold water, but how will our samgyetang compare? I think the most surprising thing about samgyetang is the light flavor, but the ginseng kind of makes your lips tingle and the inside of your mouth tingle. You can actually taste the medicinal properties. Now I'm dipping it into my salt and pepper, and it's so delicious. And it is making me sweat as I eat it. Here's a jujube that I found. It's really sweet and really chewy. It's really all so delicious. I just can't believe that I'm sweating, but I'm also feeling very cool and refreshed. Here's a chestnut that I found with some of the glutinous rice, also very good with the broth. Sweating again, and I have to 10 out of 10 recommend this. It is delicious. So I really hope that you can remember the Korean tradition of sunbok, the 3 hottest days of summer, and maybe you can incorporate it into your summer routine. Have a hot dish, have a hot soup, make it healthy. Iyol, chiyol, fighting fire with fire. eating heat to stay cool definitely works.